got a chance to see Season 4, Episode 5 of The Boys. Let's chat about it right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Happy July 4th. Thank you for spending some time with me. You're probably watching this like after the 4th, though. But I hope you guys had a good 4th. Hope you guys got to grill a little bit with the family and relax and spend some time with your loved ones. I am your host, Frank Zanko, an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as an independent filmmaker. And right here, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. We discuss film, television shows, comic books, and the occasional board game as well. And if you're not here for the first time, well, welcome back. I appreciate you guys coming out, and remember to give me that like if you can, and subscribe if you can. I am trying to grow the channel out. So let's chat about The Boys. This is, again, Season 4, Episode 5. I thought that Episode 4 was a bit of a torture porn situation. I didn't think there was a whole lot of substance to the last episode. This one is entitled Beware the Jabberwock, My Son. So, and I think that's a reference to the farm that they go to. So the basis for this one, I think this one was a little better than the last one. This one had at least a little bit more progression. And I love the fact that they picked on Marvel continuously. So at least we're doing a little bit more bipartisan one in this one. Well, they did pay, I mean, they were relentless on Marvel. And I really appreciated that. So they had I guess a convention or whatever else where they had a pile of people in there and they were giving, what their next plans were for the 7. And they were talking about the fact that this is phases 9 through 15 for the next 25 years or something like that. It was pretty great. And, I guess the Deep was having some problems with this other dude. He kept telling him that he was going to sleep with his mother or something like that. I thought it was a joke, but then I think he actually was. I don't know. But anyway, so I did pay. They did, and then they talked about wokeness in the movies, and we're gonna be super woke with this one. And everybody's like, yay! I was surprised that they really went directly at using the word woke and everything like that. I mean, it was on the nose 100%, but. Their series isn't woke to a certain extent, but it was pretty interesting how they really didn't pull any punches and they didn't try to hide anything at all. It was just very overt. So anyway, we get that going on, but also Billy Butcher has discovered that there was a virus, and I thought about this a couple of seasons ago. That if everybody has this chemical in their body, this V formula, can't they attack that particular type of cell that's infected with the V formula? And that's what this finally is. That this virus attacks the V formula and kills everything, kills soups and not humans. But I don't know how that would affect Yui, who's had it before, and also how that would affect Starlight and Kimiko, and even Billy Butcher. I don't think he's worried about himself because he's dying anyway. But also, how would that affect his son? So, and then we get to see a little bit of the son as well, where he's kind of turning to the dark side. So we do see Homelander really being a bad influence on him, and he is changing him. So I'm sorry to see that, but I guess that's par for the course for this particular series, where pretty much nobody's safe, not even children. So anyway, they get Giancarlo Esposito out of prison for him to go, and he's always great. He's always great to be a guy to hate. I don't know how. I don't know. I mean, it's just funny because once upon a time, I think he was a good guy. But Mandalorian and all the other shows he's ever done, he's been the villain. Breaking Bad, that's his call to fame right there of being the bad guy. But he has that quiet nuance about him that every time he speaks, it's like his wheels are turning, and he does that really, really well. And he does it here just as well as anything else. So, and Newman, is involved with this whole thing. I like their relationship a lot as well. But anyway, he is helping them get the virus or find the virus. So they go to this farm where they're experimenting on animals with V. So we have flying sheep that are like eating things. Of course, it eats everything but the main characters. They should have been eaten too, and we have just exploding. People just explode and animals just explode with this and throughout this entire episode. So I really liked that whole portion. I thought that was unique, and they only have one dose of the virus left, and they end up giving it or injecting it into an animal, and the sheep attack it, and when it does, they are infected with it. So I don't know how they plan on giving that to Homelander, unless they're going to plan on giving it into his food. I don't know. Interesting how that would happen. So the guy from Mandalore. Oh, is he from Mandalorian? Yeah, he's from Mandalorian. The professor was one of those. I think it was Mandalorian. I don't think it was Andor. Now I can't remember if it's Andor or Mandalorian. But anyway, so he was one of those things. He played a Empire guy that switches sides before, but he does a pile of these types of roles, these supporting roles. But anyway, so meanwhile, then you go back to Yui, and Yui is shocked that his mom gave the dad the V, and that this all just did not turn out well for the father at all. And I guess he got phasing powers and everything. When he phased into somebody, when he becomes solid, he destroys anything that he out trumps anything that he's standing in. So I don't know how that would work. Like, his density is denser than whatever he's standing in if he reforms. So if he reforms in a wall, I guess he destroys the wall. That's the only way I can see it. But yeah, this was directed by Shauna Stein. I think I like this one again a lot better than the directing on the last episode. Gerda, whatever else. This is the second episode that I've seen her direct, and I've liked neither one of the things that she's done. But Shauna is, I think nails this one a lot better. But anyway, at least the whole thing with the father is now that this ends that storyline, and then Billy Butcher, he ends up with a way to renew the virus. So that'll be the continuing storyline from here on out. Because I don't think there's is there 10 episodes? There might be 10 episodes, so we're like halfway through right now. But yeah, there's a whole lot of things happening, and we'll see what happens. I still don't agree with the whole Starlight having an abortion thing. It just does not fit both Annie, and I just did the thing for Gru, and it was Lucy. It was Annie and Yui. I just don't see them having, even though their relationship feels strained right now, I don't feel like they have any kind of chemistry anymore. As characters, I just don't see them having an abortion and agreeing to it. I think at least one side would have not agreed. So I just didn't buy that whole last episode at all. The fight scene with the firecracker was cool. I kind of like that. I think she's a good character, a good foil for Annie, for Starlight. But yeah, and Sister Stage really didn't have a whole lot going on here, and I thank goodness for that. I'm kind of over her. I'd like her to have a little bit more depth. I think she is trying to figure out if A-Train is the leak. You know, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's always good, even though he has a little teeny role here. And I like that Firecracker and Sage are starting to bust against one another, and I like that dynamic might help Sage get a little bit more of a character arc than what she has. Nothing right now. You know, she's the angry woman for no reason. Again, she's so stereotypical that I really want more out of that character. And she's not smart at this point. She's strategic. And you know, again, you can only be the character can only be as smart as the writer who's writing it. So if you're not have a very smart writer, which is what's happened with Thrawn, then the character, you know, isn't smart anymore. And you've now altered the character because you were not smart enough to develop a storyline for a smart character. So yeah, so I'd like to see a lot more out of that character right now, but Firecracker is much better, a much more deep character, because of the fact that she has this feud going on with Starlight that I kind of like. So anyway, but again, Starlight's just gone off the rails as far as her character. She's doing things that she wouldn't normally do. It's just weird. All right, well, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and also happy 4th. If you'd like to check out anything that I've written, please check out the description. You'll find links below for my Amazon, and I also am on Audible with Destiny Aurora, and there's also a link there to destinyaurora.net that has a bunch of my stuff on it as well. All right, that has my comics and my novels if you're looking for something to read, whether it's fantasy or sci-fi or whatever. Also, remember to give me that like, give me that thumbs up, and if you can't subscribe, please do, and let me know what you guys thought of the episode as well. Did you find this one better, or did you find it just bad, or did you find both of them great? Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Check out some other videos as well, and, you know, ring that bell. Ding, ding, and you'll get notified when I do have other episodes come up. I am going to go see Maxine, and I'm also just recorded Despicable Me 4, so you can definitely check those out. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. And again, happy 4th, everybody. All right, bye-bye.